Morning. Welcome to your daily collective astrology forecast. My name is Astro Queen. I'm the queen of keeping astrology simple, anti-fear astrology, and making it so you can just understand this shit without having to say, 50 million times. So let's get right on into it. Because this is where I tell you if the star's gonna be fucking up your day or not. And honestly, a little bit. It's gonna be even heavier than yesterday. Let's talk about it. We have the moon over here at 25 degrees Capricorn opposed, Jupiter at 0 degrees Leo, and Mercury retrograde at 26 degrees Cancer. So let's talk about that, shall we? As the moon moves through Capricorn and into Aquarius today, number one, she's going to eventually be, conjunct Pluto. And number two, that opposition between Jupiter and the moon and the Mercury retrograde and the moon are going to get tighter and tighter and therefore heavier and more dense. Okay, so Jupiter opposed the moon. That's having big dreams and big goals and big emotions. But sometimes big dreams, big goals, and big emotions get so big that reality doesn't get in there because Jupiter's in Leo and Jupiter wants to shine, but Jupiter doesn't think about all the schematics it's got to do. When it shines, it just expands until it pops, and then our feelings get hurt. I have this natal placement. I would know. Mercury retrograde in Cancer over here is asking us what emotions and what traumas do we have that are attached to our logical, thought processes that influence the way we think, the way we speak, and the way we process our logical thoughts and all of that wonderful shit, right? So, with its opposition to the moon, it's really, this could have been a goddamn email vibes, and it's gonna be super heavy because Capricorn has Saturn influence. Saturn is in Aries right now, asking us to be 100% responsible for our own life setup, our own decisions, and whatever consequences or rewards come from that. It's trine Venus right now, about to not be, but it's trine Venus right now, so our relationships are getting a wonderful assessment of whether they align with us or whether they don't. And I hope your relationships align with you, because that's a shitty situation when it doesn't. So, good friendship and good relationship dust to you. But when it comes to Saturn, he's starting his square with the Sun in Cancer. Now, the Sun in Cancer is going to be conjunct the Mercury retrograde in Cancer when this Saturn and square the Sun aspect gets gnarly, which is next week, come around Monday that goes direct. And if you have my newsletter and are signed up for it, you know that already. Sign up for my newsletter, www.spiritually-southern.com, because I give a weekly Astro Tea Times explaining all this shit before it happens, so that way you're prepared. So now, what does this mean for you, right? This means that all this week, we are being forced to not only look at our thought processes, how we think, how we process, how we speak, right? How we build shit. What emotions and traumas are attached to that? Do we want to keep those? Do we want to let some of those go? Do we want our logical thought process to be fueled by that? Or would we like it to be fueled by something else? Again, this could have been a fucking email. Then is our identity. Who we are. The Sun. Do we actually want the shit that we're building? Do we actually, want the shit that we think we want? Do we want this life that we're building? Do we want the structure that we're building? Or do we want something else? Does that align with who we are? Does that align with how our minds process stuff? It's gonna be a lot of heavy, who am I questions this week. Self-identity issues, right? Also, Neptune is in Aries on the board, right? So there's gonna be a fierce protectiveness of what we built, too. And as the moon gets more conjunct the Pluto, right? It's gonna really help in that emotional cycle of authenticity versus wanting to shine, right? Are you performing? Or are you actually being authentic for your collective because you are a part of your collective? This is going to be a lot of assessing dreams, assessing ideas, assessing concepts that we've built to make sure that it's actually for us, that it's actually authentic to us. And if it's not, it might fall apart like a really shitty put together Jenga tower. And that's okay, because then you can put it together like a much better Jenga tower. Saturn would be happy with that anyway. He's been looking for herb for like 6 months now, and it's sad he still hadn't found one. Y'all stay safe out there!